Welcome into Texans Today, everybody. I am your host, Jeremy Chuggs, and on today's show, I wanted to have a little bit of a fun show for you today. So coming up, did the Texans find another gem in the middle rounds of the draft in Woody Marks, running back out of USC? Because DeMeco Ryans has said some glowing remarks about Marks. This is exactly what DeMeco had to say on the young man. Really like him out of the backfield catching the football. Really great hands, really has that ability to make guys miss at the line of scrimmage and the ability to play behind his pads, play physical. So, like the addition of him to our running back room. And before we get going, and hopefully if you say no, I can change your mind by the end of today's program, but be very honest with me. When the Texans first selected Woody Marks, did you like the pick? Give me a yes, give me a no, give me your reasoning down in the comment section. I know a lot of people were not fond of the move. They liked other guys on the board. Jaden Blue, Brashard Smith, to name a couple guys the Texans brought in for top 30 visits. And the Texans had to trade up for Marks. They gave up a 2026 third-round pick in the process of moving up for Woody. So let me know, did you like the pick or do you still like the pick? Down in the comment section, because hopefully by the end of today's show, I can change your mind a little bit. Because here's some reasons why I think it's a great pick. He's a good runner of the football. He's really good running the football between the tackles. He's a physical guy, and you saw the stats from USC this past year, right? 198 carries, over 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns on the season for Woody Marks in that Lincoln Riley offense, and he looked really good. He was a good runner of the football. All sites probably had him, varied, but everything that I've been looking at had him as a round 4, round 5 grade. So right in the area of where the Texans took him. And you look at his rushing stats over the past 4 seasons, really good, right? This past year at USC and then the previous 3 years, plus 2020, he was at Mississippi State. And he had a lot of good production on the ground. And maybe his best year, not even maybe, definitely his best year on the ground this past year at USC, where he finally eclipsed that 1,000-yard mark, 5.7 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns on the season this year, rushing the football for Woody Marks. He was really good, and I think he's a good runner of the football. But that's not why I really love this pick. It's not because he's a good runner with the football. It's because he's a great pass catcher. That's the part of this whole equation that makes me love this pick. The fact that he is electric with catching the ball out of the backfield. Because you saw those rushing numbers. They were okay, right? His receiving numbers are even better, right? This past year, 47 receptions. 47 at USC, 321 yards, 6.8 yards per catch. And in 2021, he led the FBS for all running backs in 2021 for receptions with 83 as a running back. 83. Yes, it was the Mike Leach air raid offense, but still 83 receptions out of the backfield is insane. And it wasn't just dink and duck, right? He had 6 yards per catch, 3 touchdowns on the year that year for Mississippi State. And you even go back to his 2020 stats. This was as a true freshman. He played 11 games. As a true freshman, he had 60 receptions for 268 yards, 6 touchdowns, no fumbles as a freshman with 70 carries, 312 yards. Absolutely fantastic. And that was the biggest thing for this draft for the Houston Texans. They wanted to find a receiving back, and they might have found the best receiving back in the entire draft. I know a lot of people liked other guys out of the backfield, like a Brashard Smith or a Jaden Blue, but honestly, after looking at the tape, after watching Woody Marks' game, I think he's a better overall prospect than both of those guys. Those guys are more of boomer bust prospects. I think Woody Marks is more of a safe pick by this Texans team. And at the moment, I have him slotted in as the RB2 behind Joe Mixon, who I think is going to be your workhorse back. But even if he needs a couple plays off, I really trust Woody Marks as not only a pass catcher, but a running back. But, I mean, he is fantastic at catching the football out of the backfield. I love what the Texans got in Woody Marks. And not only that, what is one of the biggest issues when it comes to rookies? One of the biggest problems when it comes to running backs getting to this level and adjusting to the NFL talent level is ball security. And he has elite ball security. He's a good runner with the football. He's a great pass catcher, but when it comes to ball security, he is elite. He is in the top percentile. He is one of the best of all of college football running backs when it comes to taking care of the rock. In all of his career, 5 seasons playing FBS football, 4 with Mississippi State, 1 with USC, he had 1 fumble. One fumble his entire career running the football. That's insane. And with all those catches, all the touches that he had throughout his collegiate career, he only had 1 fumble. And you want to know how many fumbles he forced? The same amount. 1 from this amazing play, which, funny enough, this is actually the only photo I could find of the play. But this past year when USC was playing Michigan, Kenneth Grant had a strip sack, was running the football the other way. Woody Marks caught up with him and took the ball away and started running back the other direction, like a middle school football game-esque play where he stole the ball away from defensive tackle Kenneth Grant, showing not only one, he takes care of the football, he wants the football, and he's great at taking the football and really, putting it in his pocket. And number 2, just the effort from that play, just the effort to show he didn't give up on that play. The play was looking like it was going the other direction, and he was able to catch up with Kenneth Grant and then take the football back. And then coming with that, we've talked about, all of his, career runs, his career catches. He has a ton of great film out there. He's played for 5 seasons at the FBS level, and each year, it's not like he was a redshirt guy. It's not like he, kind of took a backseat here and there. He was a productive guy. He was somebody who made, an impact on the team every single year he played in college. He played 5 seasons, amassing 57 games played, and I know he turns 25 years old this year as a rookie. But I almost see this as a good thing, right? Because he's your backup running back. You only need him for a certain length of time. When you think of running backs in the NFL, what is usually their career span? 4 to 7 years is a really good running back. Anything past that, you're seen as one of the, upper echelon style running backs as a, Joe Mixon, Christian McCaffrey, some of those guys who are still in the league. But if you're looking for a running back too, who's a good pass catcher, who's going to be a utility back, I don't care that he's 24 or 25 years old, because you're not trying to groom him to be the next workhorse back. You need him for a certain set of skills that I think he can bring immediately, and him being an older rookie, that's going to really fit in with this locker room, and that's really going to fit in with what DeMeco wants in guys who can produce right now, because you don't want a guy who's going to be gun-shy, who's going to be, a deer in the headlights. I don't think that's going to be Woody Marks at all. He has a lot of skins on the wall. He's played in a lot of big-time games. He's played at the biggest stage. He played at the big house up against Michigan, and he performed at his highest level. So I don't think there's going to be any worry around Woody Marks being able to immediately come in and produce, even at the largest stages that the Texans will have to face this upcoming season. I have one more reason why I love the Woody Marks pick in round 4, but quick shout out to our friends over at Fanatics. If you need a brand new Texans jersey, we got you covered. Go ahead and head over to chatsports.com/Texans jerseys. That'll send you straight to the Fanatics website, but that just lets them know that we sent you over there. If you want any kind of jersey, any size, any shape, any color, they got them all available for you over there. If you want a new Petrie one, he just got a contract extension. So did Derek Stingley Jr. Any of these jerseys, they're all available over there on the website. One more time, it's chatsports.com/Texans jerseys. I'll put that link for you in the comment section and description of today's video. Go check them out today. Make sure you use the link so Fanatics knows that we sent you over there to go check out the jerseys. All right, one more reason why it's a great pick for the Houston Texans, and it's because he is a swarm guy. That's special work ethic and relentless mindset. That's what DeMeco Ryans preaches. That's what he loves about this team, about this core of guys, is that they have this swarm mentality. They want to outwork you. They want to be better than you at every single aspect, and they're not afraid of that hard work, and that's exactly what you're getting in a Woody Marks guy. Mike Leach, who, RIP, was one of the best collegiate coaches in all of college football at Mississippi State, said Woody Marks is a leader, and he's tougher than boot leather. Mike Leach used to always have those funny press conferences, but he spoke extremely high of Woody Marks. He played a full game at Mississippi State. Yes, a full game with a broken nose. He came off to the sideline. He was talking to the offensive line coach, and the O-line coach says, yo, your nose looks crooked. And Woody Marks says, yeah, I think I broke it. All they did was they shoved cotton swabs up his nose, and he played the rest of the game. If that's not special work ethic and a relentless mindset, I don't know what is. He's preached as a high character guy. Even over at USC with Lincoln Riley, all they spoke was nothing but high remarks of a guy in Woody Marks. And he's a loyal guy. And that's what DeMeco Ryans, that's what they really want. They want guys who are going to ride for the brand. They want guys who are going to be loyal to this team and loyal to the other guys in that locker room and make sure that they're giving 110% effort. And Woody Marks is that guy. He committed to Mississippi State under a different head coach. That coach moved on, but he said, you know what? I committed to this university. I committed to Mississippi State, so I'm going to continue to play there. He continued to play there for 4 years in a time where guys transfer willy-nilly. They're always in the transfer portal left and right. He stayed at Mississippi State. He fulfilled his obligation for 4 seasons, and then as a graduate transfer, moved on to USC, not because he wanted to transfer out, because he wanted another year of collegiate ball under his belt and playing for a similar system in a guy in Lincoln Riley who kind of comes off the Mike Leach, coaching tree. So this is a guy who's a high character guy and who fills the exact void that you needed as a pass-catching back. These are all the reasons why I absolutely think Nick Caserio once again did it with those middle round selections and finding a gem, just like he did last year with guys in Kamari Lassiter and Kalen Bullock. I think he just did the same exact thing with a guy in Woody Marks. That's all I have for you on today's show. Let me know, did I change your mind? Do you think Woody Marks is the great pick, or are you still sleep on him? Are you still saying, nah, Jeremy, I think there were better guys on the board? Let me know down in the comment section. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button for daily Texans videos all year long. You know we got you covered here on Texans Today. All you got to do is go down and hit that sub button.